freeintromusic.com layout track.
Hello everyone, this week's recipe is Mughlai chicken, and hello everybody, I am the newest member of Asanam. Take a screenshot of this so it will be easier when you go through the recipe, right? Alright, you need half a kilo of chicken, preferably skinless and boneless for a better taste. You can add 1 teaspoon of black pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and half a teaspoon of salt. You need to marinate this at least for half an hour if you have friends over for dinner, or you can marinate it overnight for a better flavor into the chicken. Now take a non-stick pan and add 1 tablespoon of butter. Make sure that you are doing this at a low melting point because butter has a low melting point, and if burnt it gives off a really bitter taste which is not at all good. So keep it on a low melting point, keep it on sim. Add finely chopped onion pieces and keep stirring them constantly till the onion turns nice and translucent and you can see the aroma wafting through the kitchen. It must be smelling amazing right now in the kitchen. Alright, add these chicken pieces one by one. Make sure that you're adding all of the chicken pieces. Do not worry about it reducing the temperature within the pan right now, but you need to add all of the chicken pieces so that the flavors enter both into the butter and the onion as well. Keep stirring them because it is on a low flame. You need to make sure that the chicken is cooked completely, right? So you need to make sure that you're turning the pieces over completely cooked through. That is the plan. I can imagine the smell in the kitchen right now. You need to remove this chicken with a pair of tongs. Please make sure that you remove all of them and then you keep them safely, which we will use for the later part of the chicken. Of course, right now the chicken would have let its flavors and the masalas also into the butter and the onion mixture, which will be used for the later part of the recipe. Keep the chicken aside. Let's go back to them later. Like I said, save the remaining onion and butter with all its awesome flavors. Take cashew and almonds and grind them into a nice fine powder. What you're going to do is take a mixer now. Keep this aside. Take a mixer now. Now you're taking your flavorful onion and butter mixture and you're putting them into the mixer. You're going to add your dry powder, that is cashews and almonds, right? We're going to see that in a bit. There you go. You see the dry almond and cashew powder? And then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic. I know we're just going through it, but you can measure completely if you want to. Add a pinch of red chili powder. Make sure it's just a small pinch. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper powder and 1 teaspoon of garam masala. The garam masala can be store-bought or it can be your own mix, whatever you prefer. Grind this with half a glass of water so that you get a beautiful flavorsome paste. Now you're going to take the non-stick pan again, add your cooking oil and add a couple of bay leaves and make sure that the bay leaves leave some flavor into the oil as well. Once this is done, you're going to add your paste into this mixture and now you have to keep it cooking on a low flame. Ensure that you're cooking on a low flame again so that the flavors are slowly entering. And like we said, you can add a little bit of water if you feel that the paste is way too thick for you. Add half a teaspoon of salt. Of course you need salt, right? It's not going to be nice otherwise. And add a pinch of cardamom powder. Cardamom powder is going to give you that beautiful punch of flavor. Add the juice of half a lemon squeezed. That's going to add a citrusy flavor that's beautiful and citrusy. Mix this well. Make sure the flavors are going through and through. Once you see those bubbles appearing, that is when you know that the masala is cooked. Add your chicken pieces now. I'm pretty sure your kitchens are smelling amazing right now. That's how it was smelling for us. Now what you're going to do is mix it well, and you're going to close it and cook it for 5 minutes. Alright, once your 5 minutes are done, add half a cup of curd. We need thick hung curd, and if you're going to go with a homemade preparation of curd, that's okay as well. Just make sure that it is being done in a low flame, so you do not want to split the curd. A small hack for you here: if you're adding any dairy product at this point of time, make sure you're doing it in a low flame so that you don't split it. And once you're done with this, your Mughlai chicken is over. The only thing you need to do is garnish it with methi leaves and pudina leaves. Like and share this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel for more awesome recipes.